You're telling people I ghosted you? Really?
Yes, I mean, yeah, I am. Because you did.
You don't know why I stopped talking to you?
No.
So you wanted to do this on the radio? Fine. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, it's the only way I can get a hold of you.
You're out of your mind. Seriously, you are out of your mind. But you know what? Since we're here and you didn't just want to keep it private, I'm gonna tell everyone why we're no longer in contact. You see, my friends was kind of, sometimes we do it, glancing over her shoulder and looking at what she was doing, and she was seeing someone. And obviously she was not seeing me. I was right there at the party. And when I confronted her about it, she told me to f off and she left. So, what? She's saying she has no idea. I feel like that's pretty clear.
Is that why you cut off contact?
I told you I had unresolved stuff with my ex, okay?
Yeah. But,
Apparently.
I thought that meant you were processing a breakup, not that you were still sitting and talking and all of that.
This is your fault. You don't know anything about emotions.
This is crazy.
You can't tell me who I can and can't text.
I mean, I feel like you really don't know how dating works at all. Obviously, I'm over this. I'm done. I'm gone.
Okay.
Absolutely no accountability. Not only did she cheat on him, but she pretended like she did nothing wrong and blamed him for it.
You dating a guy that makes $75K a year.
That's so cute. No.
Social media has tricked us into thinking $75,000 a year is not a good income and that this is normal. But in 2024, the median annual wage wasn't even $60,000. So let's look at the stats. If you want a roughly age-matched man who's tall enough, makes $80,000 a year of any appearance and education, doesn't smoke, isn't married, and isn't obese, you're looking at less than 0.1% of all men in the US. Not to mention, you're probably only dating in your geography, so this is tough.
How much do you expect him to make?
$1 million-ish?
$1 million.
$1 million a year? Less than 24,000 men in the entire country fit that bill. And let's be real, a lot of women are chasing after this very small pool of men, so you gotta ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? Are you undeniably hot and successful? Super impressive in your own right? And do you guys even have things in common? And let me be clear, it's not wrong to want a financially stable partner, but we should reframe our expectations around what an honest living actually looks like.
All right, I need y'all to settle an argument for me before I get a divorce. So I'm making some chicken tenders on the grill, right? It's me, my wife, her daughter, my daughter. They don't like barbecue sauce. She's furious. She's pissed off at me right now because there's something to do with the way this chicken looks. Can somebody tell me? She's like, so this is the one you made for you and your daughter, and this is the one you made for me and my daughter. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I put barbecue sauce on this one because you guys said you don't like barbecue sauce. See, this is like the last couple pieces that'll go there to make the piles just as big. But she's like, you don't see anything wrong with this. And I'm like, what should I see wrong with it? I see 2 piles of chicken. Mine and my daughters have barbecue sauce because we like that, and yours don't because you got it. What did I do wrong? Okay, real quick, now that the rest of the tenders are off, their pile actually looks bigger, in my opinion, which I don't know. She won't tell me what is wrong. She just keeps saying, you can't tell me what's wrong with this. You can't look at this and tell me what's wrong with this. This is one you made for us, and that's one you made for you. Like, what did I do?
Marrying someone who finds a way to start arguments out of nothing is a recipe for disaster.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more. So I had texted his homeboy, like, we all cool. I texted his homeboy or whatever. We went together. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with this, but things happen. Like, y'all understand what I'm going through. So you know, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, you know, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you gotta handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, you know, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear.
Again, no accountability. But the part that I want you to focus on is how she switched up on him the second she couldn't use him for his money anymore. This is a lot more common than people think. Here's another example of it.
31.
And your ex-husband did what?
He's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
And how long ago were you married?
Up until 3 years ago.
How much older was your husband than you?
We'll say 35 years.
So he's 53?
Currently, yes.
Why'd y'all divorce?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
He became mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive.
He took care of you just fine up until he got sick.
Correct.
And then when he was fighting for his life, you became a snowflake. Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I chose
No, you didn't have to. No. You chose. But you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. I'm gonna be honest, man. This is a whole mess. Even the way you're talking, it just sounds like, ugh. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.
Right here is broke. He's broke. Look at him. Look at him.
Seems like a great start to a date, doesn't it?
I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna take you back home.
Yeah, home. Because she certainly doesn't deserve a date.
Back home and make yourself some cup noodles.
Cup of noodles. Love it.
You want to take me home?
No, I'm taking this.
I look like this in your car right now, and you want to take me home.
I'm gonna be nice.
You sure about that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can get any other date, right? Just like you said, you can get any dude to come and pay for your meal and take you out and down, right?
I like this guy.
You can get that at any time, right?
So now we're not going on the date because you don't want to pay more than Starbucks.
Oh, it's not bad. So money's no option.
So if money's no option, then why aren't we going on a date? Like an actual date?
Because one, you trying to put me on blast. Like, you got your phone out filming this interaction right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting pranked at this point. Like, it feels like it's not real because I've never had a grown man take me to Starbucks for a date. What is this, high school?
You had a grown man in general.
Facts.
You know, you acting real unappreciative. Like, you expect me to take you to some high-top restaurants now, okay? You know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm not even gonna take you home.
No, what?
Any dude can come and get you and take you out, right? Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and make sure that's the case.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're not.
Ladies, take a lesson. For those of you that like to act entitled to everything, just remember, that could be you.
Woman calls out successful men for not wanting to date single moms. Single successful men that don't want to date women with kids is so sassy to me. Baby, how you a grown man but scared of some kids? How you allow some kids to let you to miss out on this good woman? It's giving you weak.
A young woman named Bjorny Pagero went out drinking with her friends in New York City. After a long night, she left with a group that included a man named William McCaffrey. During the ride, something upset her, and when she got back to her friends, an argument broke out. In the heat of the moment, Bjorny falsely claimed that McCaffrey and the others had raped her. Despite no DNA evidence or physical proof, McCaffrey was arrested, charged, and convicted, based almost entirely on her word. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison for something he didn't do. 3 years later, consumed by guilt, Bjorny, now married, confessed to a priest that she had lied. She admitted her injuries actually came from a fight with her own friends, not a grape. Because of her confession, McCaffrey was freed after serving about 4 years behind bars. As for Bjorny, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison for perjury, but in reality, she served only about 35 days before being released on parole.
Not guilty. All charges have been dropped. James, man, I'm sorry you had to go through this and that your personal and professional lives have been ruined as a result of her false allegations. And as for you, no, bad. That's very bad. Don't do that again, okay? Okay. Alright, case dismissed. Wait. Yes? Bad? Yes, what she did was bad. Very bad, and she won't do it again, right? What she did should be a felony. Why is she not being punished? Did you not just hear me tell her no? That's not punishment. I want her to be punished. you want me to say it again? No, she should suffer like I've suffered. Her lies have caused me to lose my job, my family, my house. The whole world now sees me as a woman. It's not true. We just found you innocent. It doesn't matter what the court ruled. The damage has already been done. Even though I never once lifted my finger at a woman, the whole world will forever see me as a monster. No, they won't. Yes, they will. No, they won't. She deserves to be punished more than just a slap on the wrist. I bet you like that, wouldn't you, woman? See?
If false accusers got the same punishment the person they were accusing would get, instead of a slap on the wrist, they would no longer be willing to do it.
How are we supposed to balance everything? I am drowning. I wake up in the morning, I pack my kids' lunches, I drive them to school, I have to rush back so I can make it to my first meeting. My boss tells me that I'm not engaged enough on Zoom, so I have to try harder there. I spend all day doing my job where I don't even leave my desk chair. My house is falling apart. I don't even have time to take my dogs outside during the day, and somehow I'm also supposed to be working out, cooking dinner at night, eating right, helping them with homework. I spend my lunch break picking them up from school, and I don't even get 5 minutes to myself during the day. Not even enough. Like, I'm not doing anything 100%. When is it just enough?
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.